The artillery guns fell silent, and for the briefest of seconds, sweet relief. And then there was the pulse pounding in my temples. "Haas, it is time," my commanding officer said. I peeped over the trench. There was a skirmish line, each of us separated by 1 kilometer. Operationally, the mission was useless. Von Falkenhayn didn't trust his Russian counterpart, so had offered a minimum of troops. The moon rose above the horizon toward their lines. I thought of Mateus. He was our regiment's scholar. He told us the origin of the word lunatic. It came from the Greek luna, meaning moon, and tic, meaning affected by. The ancients believed a man could go mad by gazing at the heavens. As I looked out across the wasteland, I realized any moon men watching us would see it was we who were truly insane. I made it through the first layer of barbed wire and came to a hollow. The stench was overwhelming. 200 corpses lay huddled, both Russian and German infantry. At the end, their final battle had not been with each other, but the indiscriminate chlorine gas. I was transfixed and did not hear them approach. Quite suddenly, I was seized by the back of the neck. I wheeled for my bayonet and stabbed the creature in the side. It whimpered, releasing its grip, but the fight was far from over. A pack of 6 wolves surrounded me. I fired a shot at the biggest, missed, and they knew. They had become expert at hunting humans. When they picked the flesh from the battle dead, they began attacking men in the trenches. That was when the Russian and German high commands got together and ordered a ceasefire to hunt them. The pack came at me all at once, a tangle of snapping jaws. They stretched the tendons in my limbs. My joints began dislocating. I was literally being pulled apart. And then I heard a shot, and then another. 2 wolves fell dead. The others scarpered into the distance. I lay panting on the floor and looked up. The Russian let me back to my feet and lowered his rifle. "You speak English," he said. If he was frightened, his face did not betray it. Yes, a Russian and a German chatting in English on the Eastern Front. He smiled, then outstretched his hand. "Kuznetsov." "Haas," I returned the handshake. He kicked one of the wolf's corpses. "Let's share. I don't want them thinking we've been out here playing football like it's Christmas Day." He smiled again, offering me a cigarette, and we stood in silence looking over that hellscape. "Thank you," I said. "No problem." He turned and took his wolf by its hind legs. I watched him go, and so too returned with my wolf in tow. The men in the trench clapped me on the back and offered a strong drink. But I was not listening. The ceasefire over, the guns resumed.